I love the way Emma Curtis Hopkins used to say, and Ernest has said it too. If we have, things that we're not happy about, like, say, hurtful past experiences. Most people have had some, right? And if they seem to be, dwelling in our consciousness and blocking our good, then demand they get out of there. And, when Emma Curtis said, I demand it, as part of her treatment, we often say, I declare it, or I accept it, or I know it. But demand it, God law has to obey. That's what God law does. It's like gravity. You drop something, the thing has to fall if you're on the planet. If you're up in space, it doesn't. So, demand that any past experiences that have been hurtful are no longer hurtful in your heart and mind. They're done. Whatever happened, happened. And that now is a time to accept joy, to open to all that wonderful, wonderful, beautiful, everything that's in store for you. In the spring, I often, on my way home from work, I go by a nursery. And it's in the winter, it's pretty quiet. And then in the spring, all of a sudden, there's all these cars in front. And, I see the people in there, and they're buying seeds to plant and bushes and flowers and all kinds of things. And then they go home and they dig in that nice soft dirt that's gotten, soft from the rains. And they plant their garden. And then they have to tend it, right? Because guess who else wants to grow besides the flowers? The weeds, right? And if they don't tend the garden, then the weeds can choke out those pretty flowers. And it's the same for us. We have to tend our garden. That's one of the ways we do it, is by going to church, is by taking class, is by doing treatment, is by meditating and opening and practicing. So it's so worth it. It's like the beautiful garden. Is it worth a little work? It's worth a little work. So let's think about what we really want our garden of life to look like. And let's remember that all good is here for us now. We just have to believe it. Remember, Jesus said, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So knowing it's here, going for the dream. So many times people, when they're younger, they have dreams, and then they kind of go, well, kind of give up on it. Or they say, well, I got my dream. Well, how about a new one? I was watching Flashdance. It's an old movie about a young woman who was a construction worker while she was trying to save money to attend ballet school. And she'd always wanted to be a ballerina. And there was an older woman who had been a ballerina who was mentoring her. And this young woman worked out and danced and everything, but she did save enough money then to go to the ballet school, but she was afraid to go apply. It's like, okay, I've had this great big dream, and now, I've got to take the step to going forward. Well, her mentor really encouraged her to do it. So she went down one day to apply, and the building where the ballet school was this gorgeous building, kind of like a Greek building. And she's walking by, and there's all these students, and they're all, in their beautiful ballet costumes and so gracefully, warming up. And she's getting more scared as she's walking, and then she goes into the room where they are lining up to fill out the applications. And all the other girls have ballet clothes on. And she's like, I've never had a ballet lesson in my life. And she got scared, and she turned around and she left. I I don't know if you've ever done that. I think most people have. Where we've gotten scared, gotten close to a dream, and then gotten scared. So then, of course, how was she feeling? Not so good. So her mentor, and then she met this guy, they both encouraged her. It's like, don't give up on the dream. And so she finally went back. And she did apply. And she got to try out. And she was accepted. And it's just so, it was a made-up story probably, but it's so real. Because our dreams are waiting for us to accept them. They say your dream's waiting for you to come true. So if you have a dream that didn't come true, re-energize it. Maybe it'll come true in a different way now. Or if you've had some dreams come true and you don't have a current one, use that imagination and open to a new, greater good. Remember, you can create a new beginning in your life today, this very, very second, and be happier than ever before. You might say, I am happy. All right. But you want to be even happier? I do. Why not? Why not accept more good? Remember again, you're made of God's substance and spirit. You deserve happiness, and you're made of all the wonderful, beautiful attributes of spirit. And one of those is joy. So let's spend our time focusing energy on what we want, imagining the feelings we have when we're there. As it says in Philippians, whatever things are true, whatever things are honest, just, pure, lovely, of good rapport, think on these things. Believe and speak your word for what you want. For out of your desire for greater good come ways and means for creating that greater good. The universe will obey your command when you speak in faith. Start now and create a new beginning. Thank you.